It's Hi.
Good morning.
Welcome back
to Socially Unsocial. I'm Patty.
I'm Danielle. Happy last Monday of October.
I cannot believe we're here.
I know.
It feels really good. We should have done this one in costume.
I am in costume. I look like I'm a teenager who is broken out all over my face. That is what I am. I don't know what is happening.
I don't see it.
Well, or I should have Rudolph because I have one right here. That
Wait, don't they have those cute little like patches? I always wanted to get one. There's like star patches, pimple patches that you put on your face.
Why would you do that? Attract more attention to your face?
Well, no, it's you put it on and there's medicine in there that gets rid of the acne.
You're supposed to walk around and
sleep in it. Some girls wear them as stickers on their face too. Do what you gotta do. I'm not judging.
Like Jennifer Aniston in one of the Friends episodes where she had the Band-Aid on her forehead.
Oh,
do you remember that one?
I don't remember that one.
I forget what it was.
They had to work it in the show episode, I'm sure. Yeah. She had a Band-Aid on.
I don't remember. But I'm sure people probably put that in a trend and then everyone walked around with the Band-Aid on their head.
Like Regina George in Mean Girls when her shirt like ripped and then everyone started ripping their shirt.
Oh. It's been a while since I watched that movie.
No, I haven't watched it in so long.
That is a classic of our time. When did that come out? 2000?
How old is Lindsay Lohan? I think she's almost 40. I did like Mean Girls. People today are still obsessed with it and do parties. I know somebody who just did a theme party. I know a couple of people as adults had a theme party and their theme was Mean Girls. Is that movie
timeless, or is it because no one's really made any other good movies that we can theme around?
I don't know. K-pop Demon Hunters just came out. No one's using that, so that's not the good one.
It's all the rage.
I know. Yeah, do your theme on that.
That song I can't get out of my head. Once I hear it, it's in my head forever.
I don't even want to say the word, but
don't do it.
By the time this airs, to take my oldest to his birthday dinner, Theo turned 12. At this place, they cook in front of you, and we're obsessed with it. If we're going to do a birthday dinner, that's where we go. It's like our special treat. And they have this sauce for your food, and there's like a spicy garlic, or you can do this golden sauce. Seriously, since I had dinner last night, golden has been in my head. And I'm like, I want to go back already and eat more. They should play that soundtrack.
I do like the golden sauce, but it's not one of my favorite hibachi places.
Where is?
I really do like Benihana.
I have not been to Benihana since I turned like 15.
It's their soup and their ginger dressing. Like, no one else can do it.
Okay, I have to go back now. I have to go back because I wonder if you're still saying it's so good. And yeah, it was good as a kid. And that was our family place for special occasions. And then now, obviously, Kyoto's so much closer to me, but might as well venture. That would be like a fun tour.
It was, like, the few times I've been to Kyoto, the soup was different each time. Maybe the dressing was kind of similar, but there was, like, no consistency. But the golden sauce is damn good.
I know. I don't think they have it at Benihana's, do they?
No.
All right, well, maybe we will do a little tour day hibachi.
Oh my God, we'd be so full if we went to hit up all the hibachis in the same day.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think you'd have to split it up like once a week, and then at the end of the month. So
I guess the next girls' dinner we should do hibachi then.
Oh, we should. Michelle would love that.
I mean, I'm sure she does hibachi once a week, I think.
I feel like that's her family's special place to go too.
Or just for random occasions. Not even an occasion.
I love that. Adopt me. I'm sure she would be so sick of me. She already has 3 girls. She's like, we don't need any more drama in this house.
I think she feeds off of it.
Okay. A lot of people do. It gives us energy.
I guess. Well, without drama comes boredom, maybe? I don't know. Is there a saying to that?
I mean, I don't think so, but I do think you're onto something. Real quick, it took me this long. Lindsay Lohan literally was born, you know how I was like, I think she's my age? 2 days before me.
Oh.
Same year.
Birthday twin.
She was born on July 2nd, 1986, and then Mean Girls was released 2004. So she was 17 when the movie came out and probably 16 years old when she filmed it. The things I was doing at 16, I couldn't even get my homework in on time, let alone memorize a movie script. What a childhood that would be.
If you have the passion, you'll do anything, right? I'm sure that if someone said, hey, Patty, I'm going to pay you $1 million to remember this script.
Oh, I would do it. Yeah. I would have lived for, where I went to school, it was like, not cool to be in theater. But I guess if I had siblings that did it, I would be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Let me do everything that my older siblings do. But that wasn't my lot in life, so my talents were wasted.
Do you want to join a community theater?
I think if I told Mike, hey, I got my podcast, I'm doing my cycle studio, what other stupid things in life am I doing? He would look at me and be like, you don't get another hobby. It's like a guy that wants to go golfing and then hunting and then a million things. He always makes fun of us because we just do too much.
Whatever, Mike. Maybe you need to do more.
Maybe you're not doing enough.
Exactly.
Variety is the spice of life.
Keep
Spice
yourself
it up.
busy. He also likes to keep himself busy, so that's a strange thing.
He is so busy. That man, he walks around his house. I hope he never hears this, but he walks around this house with such a purpose all the time. I'm like, it is 6 o'clock at night. Dinner's been done. Homework's been done. The kids are chilling. Where are you going with that sense of purpose?
He might have in his head the time that he thinks he's allowed to decompress.
Is that what you do? Oh my God, that's horrible. I feel so bad for you guys that you actually try to be productive at all times of the day. Chill. Life is good.
I know, but just like the chill people, if you are forced to do something, you get really anxious and don't want to do it. For us that are energy driven or purpose driven, it helps us. If I'm going to sit down at 5 o'clock at night and be done with the day and just sit there, my brain wouldn't stop. So I need to know when I'm sitting down and relaxing, I actually can relax.
Oh, I love that. We talked about this on a podcast before, and you were like, I just want to be productive while I'm relaxing. And I'm just like, that's not the point. That's not the point. That's okay.
We all can agree to disagree.
What are you going to do when you retire?
I have some things lined up.
You have a whole spreadsheet. If I ever find myself with a moment of boredom or my day to-do list is completed, new ideas, new things, new hobbies.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's okay.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe I will do nothing.
I don't see you doing that.
If I'm in Florida and we have a pool, I'll go out and I'll swim some laps.
Aw.
I'll sleep in.
Do you think it would get monotonous if you didn't have to work? Do you think it would get boring?
Yes, I know it will. Can you
Yeah.
imagine just doing, it's just like anything. I'm going to be 44. And when you think about like, you have to fucking make yourself dinner every night. Like at first you're like, oh, this is cool. And it's like, oh, gotta figure out dinner, make dinner, clean the toilet, fold the laundry. Doing those tasks in the middle of chaos gets mundane. So imagine not having to be anywhere.
Wow. Yeah, okay. Scary.
And then the kicker is when you get older and retired, not a lot of people can sleep in. So you're up at 5, 6 in the morning and you're in bed by 8, 9 o'clock. So you have, you know, how many hours in the day do nothing basically. And like how much TV can one really watch?
No, I hate TV. Well, okay, I love reality TV, but there's nothing good on these days.
But it's nice because you can watch it and it breaks up your day. But if you're watching TV for 5, 6, 7 hours a day and then just sitting there.
Right. I want to move somewhere where it's warm. I want to have a schedule every day, but I want it to be things that I want to do. Like I want to wake up in my retirement. I wonder when can I retire?
You had to talk to your financial planner or talk to Mike when he's allowing this all to happen. I stopped by to see a client the other day and she lives in the 55 plus Huntley,
Aw.
Del Webb area. And what I think is really cool about that place is it's like activities galore. So she's in a book club. She's in a bird watching group. There's a cooking club.
You lost me at the bird watching.
No, I mean,
you're
that's
trying to
definitely-
make it happen. If you said like salsa
But
dancing
I'm
or
saying there's so much to do and so many clubs or interactions that you can be a part of. And if there's not one, I'm sure you can find, even if you wanted to drink wine on 1 o'clock on a Wednesday, you can make a club for that or whatever.
how big is this area? How many people
Oh
live
my
there?
God, it's so many people.
My mother-in-law loves doing like the Park District trips and stuff, and I'm like, who are you going with? You know, she's like, oh, the same people kind of sign up and you just make friends. I'm like, okay, that's really cute. Keep busy, keep active. She watches my kids all the time and hangs out with us a lot too, so she's definitely staying active.
That's great because a lot of people, when they get the older age, they're like, I don't want change. I don't want to meet new people. I don't want to make new friends, or it's awkward. I'm going to go and hang out with these people and they might not like me. You still have the same complexes as you did, you know, in grade school and junior high and high school, and and you still have the mean girls. According to my client, she's telling me how this community works.
That's
and
a riot.
These cliques and stuff. And I was like, yeah, you think you're done with that when you get out of high school and college. No, it follows you. There are still those people out there.
I thought that I was done with it at my age, like the mean girls, the cliques, but no, I think you'll find them anywhere. But then you'll also find really nice people. If you can join a gym or something too, like I am no longer a part of the big box gyms anymore, but I could waste a whole morning and a half. You go to a class, go in the sauna, maybe you swim a lap, maybe you get food at the food court.
I just feel like it's finding like-minded people to be involved in whatever you're doing, and you're going to meet people that maybe you don't mesh well with, but up front, okay, our personalities don't mesh. You move on to the next person. It shouldn't ruin your day.
You know what's going to stink is when I'm older, and I'm like, I just don't want to be like the only one of my friends that's still alive. When you hit that age, it's like, well, all my friends are dead. I got to make new ones.
I think there's a book, All My Friends Are Dead, about dinosaurs.
A children's book?
Yeah, I think so.
That's funny.
That's why it's important to always make new friends, because you might outlive the ones you have.
Totally. Especially like my friends, the amount of stress that I put on my friends probably, we're all dying young because it's like we're all just so, energetic and stressed, taking years off their life at this point.
It's okay. We all got our...
The landscapers.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It
might be the last time you mowed your lawn mowed. Mm-hmm. Because tis the season.
It is so chilly out. Honestly, I'm a little nervous for Halloween.
It's very weird that usually you're in a sweatshirt and you have a blanket on you, and today it's like the coldest day we've done a podcast in a long time. You got short sleeves on and you don't have a blanket.
I know. I'm honestly really cold. But I'm always late. So it's like, oh my God, he's literally right outside this window. But I'm always late, so I had to take time to get my water, and you come in and you're ready to rock, and I'm like, wait, one more blankets.
It's okay. Do you need me to throw you that whatever's over here?
That's okay. I know, it was 37 degrees out, which is basically freezing.
32 is technically freezing. So if any of you listened to last week's episode, we said that we were going to talk about how to argue appropriately. I didn't know that there was such a thing. I invented that in my head, thinking there's a way to argue appropriately, probably from my point of view. And you probably have a point of view on how to argue appropriately, too. Some people, if you're a yeller or if you don't communicate well by verbal, you're argue by writing notes or texting or emailing. Apparently, according to ChatGPT,
he agrees with Danielle. So.
There is an appropriate way to argue. And he's told me that it was a very good question.
Of course he told you that, because he's your AI robot.
I've programmed him perfectly.
He's like, I know you so well. First, I need to compliment you on the question you asked.
He said that arguing appropriately is an underrated skill.
I mean, communicating appropriately is an underrated skill.
I guess right. And he says it isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about keeping it productive instead of destructive. So he gave us kind of a breakdown of how you can actually use this in a conversation. So we'll dive in, and then I'm going to be very curious on how you perceive this. So if you agree, if you disagree, or if you can combat this with any stories. Okay, so first you have to start with a goal in mind. Before you even start, ask yourself, do I want to be right, or do I want to resolve this? If your goal is understanding, not winning, the tone of the whole argument changes.
100%. To be honest, I think me and your ChatGPT are like soul sisters or soul siblings, because I was literally thinking that when you argue, it depends on what you're trying to say, because two people arguing, if they both just want to win, then you're screwed. You're just SOL from the get-go. But if they're coming with the goal, I've had a lot of arguments in the past couple of years, not by my choice. I don't know if you call them arguments or like trying to figure out how to communicate. Yeah, like we're just not saying eye to eye. So when I enter those conversations with people that you care about, because if it's just Joe Schmo on the street, I'm only talking to them or arguing with them because I want to win. Because if you're not invested in the relationship, then you don't feel like understanding them.
Right, but I also think that there are some people that just need to be right all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's almost like, do I even bother arguing with this person?
No.
So that, but then also, like, what's the point of keeping them in your lives?
Exactly. I honestly don't think I have people in my life that always need to be right.
My husband always needs to be right. And I've learned that just sometimes I just let him go. What is me proving him wrong at this point?
Yes, exactly. Like, is it worth arguing? Do you really care? And yeah, sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I want to end this conversation because I literally could care less about
We should
this.
start saying, you need this win more than I do.
I like that.
Add that to your vocabulary.
But I do feel like at this point in life, I need a win.
So now you're in it to win it.
I don't argue, but I could use a win.
Good to know. The next tip is use I statements, not you statements, which I agree, because I feel like this keeps the focus on how you feel instead of blaming. You never listen to me. You should say, I feel unheard when I'm interrupted. It's less defensive and opens space for the other person to actually listen.
Yes, because if you are putting blame on somebody else, people do not take accountability or hold themselves accountable. They're not self-aware of their own wrongdoings and toxic traits. When you try to hold a mirror up to somebody, they're going to run away. If they haven't looked themselves truly in the mirror in a long time and said, here's X, Y, and Z of what my behaviors are, and then you're going to do that and be like, you this, you that, as right as it could be. I mean, that's just not the person. You're not going to get the outcome that you want because they're not ready to see it. Then I also don't think that people like that necessarily care if you feel unheard because they're so, well, it's not my problem. I'm very sensitive. So when I get into tiffs with people, that's usually a toxic response that I get. They'll be like, well, you're just too sensitive. And it's like, okay, fair enough. Maybe I am sensitive. But it could also be that you're a jerk and you interrupt and you don't listen and you make me feel this way. So it is really difficult to have these arguments with people and not try to show them their ways, but also not put them on the defense. I feel like I learned that when I was like...
well, I feel like that's very therapy. Like when, like, I feel like in movies
You
or
say
TV shows,
I statements?
when they're like, I feel, or, you know.
You know what I love when I tell people, hey, this is what happened and I'm hurt by it, when they say, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Instead of just being like, oh my gosh, my bad, that was not my intention to make you feel that way, I feel like that's a healthy response. I'm so sorry, my bad, I didn't mean to make you feel that way, versus, oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way. It's like, well, I only feel this way because you made me feel this way, but not taking that accountability.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big slap in the face when someone says, I'm sorry you feel that way. All right, tip number 3, validate before countering. Show you understand their point of view before starting yours.
Oh, I have such a hard time with that.
Example, I get why you feel frustrated.
Oh my gosh.
If I thought that, I'd be frustrated too. Here's how I see it. This lowers the walls instantly.
Oh my God, I'm so glad that we're going through this. I needed to hear this. Mike says that all. I like listen to Mike deal with people, and I'm just like, I want to smack him and be like, no, you don't get it. Don't give them the validation because what they're doing is crazy. The way that they're looking at it is insane. But he's always so good. I mean, he's a police officer, so he has training maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it's just in him to be a good validator. And then here's actually going to drop some knowledge, you know? But he starts with that, and I'm always like,
sense because everyone's experiences are different in the way they live life and perceive things. So if you can say that you do understand, then give your point of view.
Yeah, it doesn't work when it's somebody like, hey, we were all at that same job or we were all at that same table. You know, so how is your takeaway so different? You know, because I mean, at some point, it's like, yes, your experiences and the way that you're going to view things are going to skew everything that happens in life. But then I want you to take some accountability first and be like, okay, wait, I'm really only thinking this or feeling this way because I come to the table a certain way with a certain mindset. I read this quote the other day that said something about how your own toxic traits, everyone needs to acknowledge that you have them and then move through life knowing that so that you don't F up all the time. I mean, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes over and over. Sometimes the same ones, but I just hope that we could look at it first and not expect other people to cut us slack because we perceived it a certain way.
Well, I think the biggest thing about an argument is when the argument starts. Does it start right away when you got into the heat of it? Or did you guys both take a beat, take a walk, and then come back? And are you arguing with someone who's sensible? Or are you arguing with someone who's completely delusional?
I know, I hate those ones.
Because, it's different. My argument with you is going to be completely different than my argument with Jay or how I would handle it.
Because I'm sensible?
A little bit more, yes, for sure. In some aspects.
No, I think that I told Mike this recently. I'm like, Jay and Danielle, when they have their like conversations, like you guys are so energetic about your stances. Mike and I the other day were talking about if somebody went to the moon or not. And then I was like, oh my God, I feel like we're like Danielle and Jay talking about something that's so silly and literally has nothing to do with our life right now. But we're getting so animated and we're talking. I mean, we were on the same side. We weren't thinking differently. We were just going and I was like, this is the most random conversation.
And sometimes you just need that.
Sometimes you need that.
It breaks up the monotony.
Wait, that's on her spreadsheet for retirement. Like all these different weird things to just discuss about life.
Yeah, I'm inventing a game. Random shit to talk about when you run out of things to talk about.
I feel like you actually do that game all the time. When we're in the car or like on a girls' trip or like there's a lulling conversation, you totally have like in files in your brain. And I could see, what's that one movie with all the little emotions in the person's brain, Riley's brain? Oh my God, it's a Disney movie.
Emojis.
Joy?
No.
Inside Out.
Yes.
Inside Out. I love it. The people in my brain would hate the people that are in your brain.
Yours would be bouncing all over the place, and mine would just be
dancing.
standing there, typing, writing, organizing, color coding things.
Wait, you would get so happy if like an old file and like the back was finally being able to use. It would be like a shining moment of like a spotlight just going to the back of Danielle's brain. This is the moment you've waited for. Bring out the cool arguments to discuss.
We'll make an adult Disney or an adult version of Inside Out.
New hobby.
I'm going to start creating board games.
Michael, my son, would totally play him. He loves
Okay,
board
cool.
games.
I'll collab with him. Stick to the issue, not the person. This happens a lot. Don't drag in old fights or attack character. Focus on the disagreement. When deadlines are missed, it stresses me out. Instead of saying, you're always irresponsible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, let me ask this. Are we sugarcoating at this point?
By not sticking to the issue? Or
No,
just
I
in
mean,
general?
that like how he's saying to like rephrase it. It's like, I feel like sugarcoating is just trying to put a positive spin on it.
no, so my take on this, and this is like, Jay will definitely disagree. So every couple of weeks, I will run out of the house and leave my coffee cup in the sink. Most of the time I will wash it, put it in the dishwasher, do whatever. Sometimes at night, if after eating ice cream or something, I'll just throw the bowl in the sink and I'll do it in the morning. But rarely do I leave things. So when we do argue, he has to bring, you always leave your stuff in the sink.
No.
I'm like, are you kidding?
Wait, if it's an argument that has nothing to do with how clean the kitchen
So
is?
that's what I'm saying. So it's just like when you revert and talk about the little things that bother you about the person that has nothing to do with the argument, just trying to state a case.
I don't feel that I do that, but I think it's funny when people do that because it's so obvious. It kind of makes me pause and be like, now I know that we're just grumpy. Now I know that I'm not really the problem because he's going back weeks talking about that one time that I left my sweater or my shoe over here. And it's like, oh, okay, perfect. As long as I don't have to take it personal and you're just having a bad day, have at it, because now I'm checked out.
Because I feel like maybe some people just, it's like an exercise for them. That like it releases endorphins or something. Just like, I feel like fighting with someone today. What can I pick a fight with?
Well, I mean, I feel like that, and then I have to go work out or go kickbox or whatever. I don't kickbox,
Right.
but I always think to myself, I could really use a punching bag right now.
Yes.
Where's the nearest boxing club?
Just go punch a pillow. Scream into the pillow.
I know. I actually had a good friend send me this meme that was like, hey, did you have time? Do you maybe want to go out into the woods and just scream for a while? I was like, yeah, actually, maybe.
There's a club in the city. They go to the lake and scream.
Do they get noise complaints?
I don't know why. Very strange.
I don't think I want to scream with strangers. That could be scary.
Majority of my life, we lived in apartment buildings. And so my favorite thing, I was addicted to raspberry iced tea. Arizona iced tea in the glass bottles or Snapple iced tea.
So, love that.
And so we used to live in an apartment, and it was 3 floors, which means it had a trash chute. So when I was having a bad day, me and my girlfriend, we'd go get our iced tea from the gas station, we'd drink it, and then throw the glass bottle down the garbage chute and listen to it smash. And it would relieve all the stress.
So was there ever an issue of like, oops, someone's down there and got glass in their eye?
Not that I know. We'd go to the dumpster. There was a dumpster underneath it.
Whenever you hear glass shatter, now that you're older, are you like conditioned to like just woo-saw and be calm afterward?
No, but when I see Snapple bottles or Arizona iced tea bottles, I'm like, I remember that day.
Your eye starts twitching. You're like, where's the nearest thing I can throw that at? That's an interesting memory.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about you, but
We'll deep dive on that one next episode.
I'll bring that up to my therapist and see if she can help you
please
out.
let me know what she says. Number 5, I feel like, is an obvious, like, control tone and body language, obviously.
You know what's so funny about that is, you know what they say, like resting bitch face?
Yes, I have it.
If I ever got Botox, my arguments or conversations would be so much smoother because we've talked about this before, but my faces when I'm shocked or when people hurt my feelings, like it's written all over my face. I don't know how to hide it. You know, I don't know how to have a resting bitch face.
Most people don't. No,
Yep.
It's very rare to have a poker face. Mm-hmm. You know,
Totally.
Because even when I'm trying, I probably look like I'm disgusted or irritated.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. It's hard to control how you stand. Like I always am so mindful if I have my arms crossed. And especially now meeting new people, trying to get new clients. It's like, oh, I never want people to think that I'm standoffish or rude. So like body language for sure, but like the actual facial expressions you make, that is an underrated skill.
Yeah. Practice in the mirror. Happy. Yeah. Happy.
No, I don't feel. That would be my exercise. Just chill.
You look like you're concentrating really hard.
I know.
This one's probably a very hard one for most people. This is number 6. We got one more left. Know when to disengage. If it's going in circles or getting personal, it's okay to say, I want to finish this when we're both calmer. I don't want to say something I'll regret.
I feel like Meredith Brooks from The Real Housewives wrote that. She had this whole thing in one of her seasons where when people would fight, she would say, like, I'm disengaging. I am not engaging in this with you. But she had this accent when she said it. So, you know, I'm sure it went viral and everyone was talking about it for a while. I'll have to share it on the page. But that is such a smart thing to do. And I don't say it ever, but in my head, I'm like, and scene.
I tried to end my argument
With
2 weeks
scene?
ago. I just think we need to stop because we weren't on the same level. It was going to go real south, and more south. Yeah, just to know, like, let's talk about this later.
Not successful?
But I mean, when somebody wants to keep getting their point across, it's hard to stop. So you kind of just have to let them say what they need to say and then just say, okay, pray that they stop.
Pray that they fall asleep.
Pray they get bored.
Pray that they all of a sudden have narcolepsy and just fall asleep. Or like a mini stroke. They get a notification on their phone that something really important to them. I mean, it's really hard to end a discussion, end an argument, but that is the best way to do it. So like in my own house, Mike and I will try to have conversations and then the kids will come in. And that's the automatic, like, you know, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, how convenient, Mike. We have kids that you have to feed or walk. I'm like, how convenient. Like, we're having a discussion, but it's also very, very helpful because, you know, it does pull you out and be like, okay, and especially when the argument's dumb.
Right.
You know?
So did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
Yep.
Lily and Marshall? They would always pause. Sometimes they would pause an argument for a day, go back to just being in love, and then re-engage later when ready.
I feel like that's an underrated skill. I have witnessed a very close couple of mine that have kids and family events. Did I say couple friends of mine? There are friends of mine that are a couple. I know these people, and they will literally pause it on holidays, and then they'll find out later, like, oh, yeah, this is what he said to me, or this is what we were arguing about the day before. I do feel like that's a skill, to be able to just think to yourself, for better or worse, this is the life I've chosen, the friend, the spouse, whomever it is. Now, we have an event. We're either going to ruin it by being jerks, or pause. I don't know how good I'd be at that unless I was like, it's like a concert or something, something like that. Fine. But yeah, that would be cool. Also, what I loved about How I Met Your Mother, I don't really remember when they would pause necessarily, but I do remember that they had like a judge and juror within their friends. So any argument, and I would tell Mike, I'm like, Mike, can we please bring this to Sean? Can we please call Danielle? Can we talk to Tara and John? Whoever it would be when we were arguing. I'd be like, I just need an outside opinion, because at this point it's you versus me.
I need some validation, or I need people to tell me they're all on your side and I'm wrong.
A meme on social media goes like, you look happier now. And it's like, yeah, I uploaded our entire argument into ChatGPT and he said I'm right. So, I do actually do that.
I have gotten really close to taking a text thread and putting in there just to see.
Oh my God, you should.
I know.
That would be so interesting.
But that probably would give me more ammo. So
you're like, I already know I'm right. I don't need this robot telling me.
Yeah, exactly. So I did do this. So 7, the last one. It's end with appreciation or reassurance. Even tough arguments can end with respect. I appreciate you being honest with me. We don't agree yet, but I value this conversation.
I feel like I do that all the time.
You say that, and then it's like people say, fuck you?
No, I'm saying in my head, I'm saying F you, but outwardly, I'm saying thanks so much for, sharing your side of things. We're just going to agree to disagree, but I totally respect where you're coming from. But in my head, I'm flicking them off, and I'm just like, fuck you, but I'm an adult. So actually, I'm not going to say what's in my head. The people in my head are like literally about to die because they're not allowed to say what they want to say. They're up there in the little boardroom, all upset.
With tape over their mouth, being like...
Seriously, like the happy version is just like, it's fine. Go on.
But I feel like if you're arguing with somebody that you do love and respect... maybe after 45 minutes of arguing and telling them that they're wrong and everything that they think you don't agree with, if you can give them, one boost of confidence and just saying something nice.
Absolutely.
The circling back to it later.
I think it goes back to, I don't argue with people that I don't care about. Who has time for that? I barely have time to have conversations with people that I don't want. I have work to do. You know what I mean? So then it's a level of, yes, you care about that person. How do you wrap it up? Maybe not with a pretty red bow, but if you have both been engaged and you're both sitting at the table or on the phone or via text, you are spending your time and energy trying to show this other person your side, your view, your stance. And so, then of course you're arguing because you care.
Right.
If you didn't care, you wouldn't argue. These are some really great tips, especially as the seasons start to change. Everyone talks about seasonal depression. The weather's nasty, and now we're all stuck indoors.
Holiday high stress. Financial
everything.
Burdens of all the holidays.
Yeah. This was a really good topic because while we're not yet in the thick of it, we can learn these tools, put them in our little toolbox, and carry them with us, and hopefully remember it. And if you guys are in the middle of an argument, instead of uploading it to ChatGPT, send it to me and Danielle.
Yes.
Get us on board with it, and then we'll be your judge, and we'll tell you which side of the argument's right.
Yes, guys, send it. We'll do it anonymously, and then we'll read it, and we'll play judge and juror here. And if you do have any tips that you have found to be very successful when you're arguing with the people that you love, let us know. We would love to talk about it even deeper, knowing that it's a working theory.
Absolutely, and like a universal issue here. Everybody argues. Let's see what works. Let's see what sticks.
Because they say it's not healthy not to argue. Arguing can be healthy if it's done appropriately and for the right reasons. If you're not arguing, that means one of you is keeping your mouth shut about how you feel. There's no way, whether it's a friendship or a intimate relationship, that you are going to agree on everything or agree on the way that you live your life. It's literally impossible.
I love how this is being rounded out, because truly it's like that couple that just gets totally complacent and they no longer care enough to even bring it up. Like, I don't even care. I'm so checked out. And that's maybe a level of depression. You're not happy. And life's way too short. These days are long, but life is too short to just, kind of just barely get by. Like,
I feel like I need to go home and watch The Breakup.
That is such a good movie.
Anyways.
Add it to the list of what we'll do when we're retired.
Sometimes I don't want to start another TV show. I don't have the energy for it. I just want to put on a movie I've seen before, because if I fall asleep, who cares? But I also want it to be a movie I actually really like. So that's one that I haven't watched in a really long time.
Well, that was fun.
We'll wrap it up with a quick high and low of the week.
Mm-hmm.
You got your high? You got your low?
I do. My high is my son's birthday, and now I have another one. We celebrated Theo turning 12. Very exciting. It's the cutest little party with all his little middle school buddies, like so wholesome. And then I hope it stays this way forever. But yeah, it was really sweet. Yep. He's such a chill kid. I love him so much. I'm so super proud of him. And then I have my youngest turning 5 on Halloween. So that'll be a big day. I can't believe that I no longer have babies. I have a 5-year-old, 9.5, 12. How do I have I don't even.
And you're rounding almost 40.
I know. Poor Mike. I'm going to be like insufferable next year. I'm going to be like, it's my 40th birthday celebration. He's going to be like, you have done 18,000 things because you're turning 40.
Celebrate all year, girl. Do it.
I'm going to be like, I got to book the trip. I got to do this. I got to open a studio. Like, what else have we got? Life's so short.
Do it all before you turn 40.
I'm telling Mike you said that. He's going to be like, how dare she? Well, no, it's like because I'm actually not productive and I'm not a type A. So when I try to do all these fun things and hobbies and activities, it takes probably longer than it should for me to decompress from them all. So yeah, I'm not like you where I do all these things.
But you're self-aware about it, so you're ahead of most.
That's step 1. What was your high?
My high. Oh, so I think this was 2 weeks ago. My nephew, who I got into reading, his goal was to finish his first book by October 22nd.
Oh, yeah.
He finished it early. I think it was like 3 days early.
Oh.
And his next book he had to finish by November 8th. He called me this morning and told me he was already on page 130 of his second book.
Wow.
So he really likes this book. He was really excited about it.
What book is it? I need to know because my kids need to get excited about reading.
It's Alan Gatz. He does historical fiction. For kids aren't into historical fiction, but he's really into historical fiction. I guess he's really well known. Anna's kid, Caleb, reads it.
That sounds like a Caleb
He has a whole series of it. It was 20 pages a day was his original goal when we started this. Now he's trying to do 25 in the morning and 25 at night. Oh my God. He's in 5th grade. That's amazing, that he found this passion, and he's trying to get his brother and his sister. And when he calls me, he'll tell me about it too, so I know he's reading it. I'll ask him questions about it too, so I know he's comprehending, because that's what he was struggling with, the whole reading and comprehending things. I was very happy. Kids get distracted. It's like something over here. Oh, there's something more shiny, but so he's sticking to it.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Good for him. I'm not even reading the books that I want to read, and this 5th grader is showing me up. Nice job.
Yeah.
It helps to have an accountability partner.
I think with anything, no matter how old you are or what you're doing, you have someone you can check in with, and someone that's going to be your cheerleader. Not necessarily someone who's just going to schmooze you, but someone who actually really does believe in you.
Aw,
I think is helpful at any age.
Absolutely. Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah. And my low, like this whole sober October thing doesn't bother me, but I've had headaches pretty much all through October. I can't shake it. So I don't know if it's the weather change, sinuses, allergies, something is going on where it's like I go to bed with a headache and I wake up with a headache. So that's I want to say that's probably like my low of the month and like the low of the week, because it was really bad this last week. So
wow, that's really tough. I guess like drink more water. Are you hydrated?
I feel like if I drink any more water, I'm going to have to install a toilet in my car.
Oh yeah, you're in your car a lot. That has to be rough. I'm never in my car for more than like 20, literally 20 minutes is the max.
Maybe. Can you get a headache from holding your pee? Like
I don't
maybe
know.
is that
you
it?
Holding your pee
because
now?
like
That's
the
what
other
I do.
day I left and I didn't come home. I ran through the door. So I don't even know how many hours I held it.
I don't know if it'll give you a headache. I don't think it's great for you. The low is that it's getting cold and I'm not prepared. And I want a parking spot that's closer to my studio. I picked a studio that's so far from the parking lot.
Sometimes that cold air feels good. It wakes you up. I went to one of Patty's classes this week, brought a friend who wanted to try it out. And it was so great because Patty encourages you to request songs. So she did play a song for me. And it was so great because I didn't know I needed that cycle class. And that song, when the chorus hit, it was just like emotion pouring out. It was such a great stress reliever, which I haven't felt in a while. So I'm not just saying this because she's sitting across from me and she's my friend. But seriously, even we made a joke because there was a girl that shows up every time too, Margot, and Patty was saying she's probably done over 800 cycle classes in her life. And I was like, combined, I've done maybe less than 20. They've all been with Patty, but I'm not a big cycler. But there's something about that class that when you go, you're happy you went, and when you leave, you're even happier that you went because it's just a feeling, and I can't describe it. But go and check it out for sure.
Aw, thank you so much. When I was playing that song, I look around the room to make sure no one's dying or fell off the bike. But everyone's in their realm. When the song hits and the lights are off, you have that safe space and you're working your ass off. What I'm asking is so hard and every level is different. So it is like a feeling that you can't describe because it's like you're doing something for you and working through stuff you didn't have time to work through. I love it so much. So thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing your friend.
You're welcome. It was fun. Thanks, guys, for listening. I hope you enjoy your last Monday of October and have a very happy and safe Halloween. We didn't even talk about our Halloween plans, but we'll tell you what we did next week if we did anything fun. We're going to keep being us so you can keep being you.
Bye.